And now, the new caribou, the Honorable Sir David, Emperor of Salt Lake City, Sultan of Utah, Spiritual Advisor to Questioning Mormons, the Bard Extraordinaire, Supreme Being, Alpha and Omega. Here's David.
Thank you for that introduction. I love faking it. It makes me feel really important. Thank you, Mormons. Thank you. This is Sir David the Bard, and I have my first bag of rice report. Listen, folks, I'm really not in a very good mood, but when the camera comes on, I get in a better mood. I do, and I hope that's the way. Some of you write to me and say, I get really, really depressed, and then I go home and I watch one of your videos, I laugh my ass off, and then I'm happy again. And that's kind of the way I am. That's the way I am. I had a wonderful suggestion from my producers. Why don't you just produce one show a day and then put one on? Well, that makes sense in a organized world. Sir David don't live in the organized world. Some days I can't do for 2 or 3 days anything. Then other days I'll do 4 or 5 right in a row. Hey, that's bipolar. We're up, then we're down. We're never in the middle. Anyway, good news. We got our first $100. I can't believe it. We've got $100. Now let me tell you what I've been doing with your money. Okay? I've set up an account over at Wells Fargo, and I took my PayPal account and I transferred the money over to Wells Fargo to a private account, my private account. Okay? Now, Monday or Tuesday, we're going to go in to Wells Fargo, and my wife has the ability to send money from the United States to the Philippines very cheaply. Usually it's $9, $10, or whatever, up to a $500, and over that it's more. Okay, we have an association with Wells Fargo, International Money Transfers, that'll put $100 in the Philippines instantly for about $2.50. I'm happy about that. So, we bought a phone card and we called into the Philippines Mercy's father, who is one of the most wonderful men I've ever met. If the Celestial Kingdom was full of him, I'd rejoin. Anyway, we're still trying to get in contact with the attorney. He's going to run over to the attorney's house and have her email us, and then we're going to try to set up a business relationship for her to receive the money. But until then, I'm not going to let the kids be hungry with $100 sitting in a bank account. Homie, don't play that. So we're sending the money, the $100, to Tai. That's his name. I think everyone is a Tai. I think serial killers are called Tai. I don't know. Anyway, I bought him, when I left the Philippines, a new motorcycle. Nice. And I built a, in the United States we would call it a sidecar. It's more than a sidecar. It holds like 9 people. And it hooks on the motorcycle, so he can carry shit. So I called him and I talked to him. He's in broken English, but Mercy translated for me. I said, Tai, I'm sending you this $100. It's 4,200 pesos. I want you to buy rice. Now this is a smart man. He's almost my age. He's 61, maybe 59, 60. And he's lived there his whole life, so he knows everybody. He knows where to get a good deal. He drives me crazy when I'm there because he hammers and he wheels and he deals, and he really gets a lot of good shit for very little money. So I told him, I said, now here's what I want you to do. Hook up the sidecar. That's mine, but I gave it to you. And my motorcycle, which I gave to you. And go buy as many bags of rice as you can for $100. It's okay. What do you want me to do with the rice? Now, folks, here's where I need help. I really need your help. This is a community effort. This is not the David Philippine money people. No, it's not a church. It's not Jesus points. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. And I know you feel that spirit in you, write that check. There's none of that shit. You want to write a check? You want it to go to hungry kids in the Philippines? Write the damn check or hit PayPal on my main YouTube page. Click it and put the money in. You know, there's no pressure. You can watch me. But I'm watching you! I love that show. The Fockers. The Fockers. Anyway, I said to Tai Tai, now listen, here's what I want you to do. One man sent me $10, and he said, Mr. Bard, this money is to go to food, clothing, shoes, and socks only. Can you do that with your Mormon church? Can you donate on your tithing slip and say, this is what I want to buy? Hell no. Do you look on your tithing slip and once a year you see where your money went? Hell no. It's a ripoff, folks. It's a ripoff. So, I told Tai Tai, I said, now $10 of this money is tagged for clothing and food only. Choose the child and get it on their backs, the clothing and the food in their stomach. I said, okay. Now, another person sent me a man. He promised Allison a donation. Damn, the girl's gonna make some money. I'm telling you. We did a commercial, but I screwed it up. I can't load it yet. Anyway, he promised to send her some money if I did the Moroni challenge. Okay, so I did, and she did, and he did. He sent his money to Allison. She woke up this morning and goes, Dad, look. He paid me. I go, honey, you're going to be a star. But that money's going to the Philippines. It ain't going to you. So, I can tag your money. I can tag it. So, if you want to buy education, then tell me. Here's $50. I want to pay for 17 children to go to school. I think it's 60 pesos a year for a child to go to school in the Philippines. 60 pesos is $1.40, something like that. Please don't think I'm dishonest when my numbers are off. I'm old, and I don't know the metric system well. I'm doing the best I can, folks. I'm on the computer, Google, when I click on their conversion metric system to U.S. system, Google comes up and says, Mr. Bard, you're using us too much. Go to bed. Damn. Smart-ass Google. Anyway. So that man, your money went exactly where you wanted it to go, okay? The Allison donation is going exactly where you tagged it. Exactly. It went to Allison's brother, Axel, in the Philippines. And he doesn't live with his parents. He lives with Mercy's grandparents, and he has nothing. And the parents have nothing. So, he got your money, exactly. Now, the rest of you never tagged your money, so I put it into rice. Now, I told Tai Tai, hook up my motorcycle and hook up my sidecar, what do they call that there, a tricycle frame, and load it up with sacks of rice. I said, will do. Now, this guy has done this for me before. When I donated by myself, which I couldn't afford to do anymore, he did. He used to go and get sacks of rice and take them to where I said. And I said, now here are the approved people and the amounts you are to give them. I want you to go to the Bhutan orphanage and get a damn receipt. He knows better. He knows to get that receipt, or the Bard don't send no more money. I want to see, I forget, the numbers aren't in front of me, like a half a bag or 1 bag of rice to the Filipino children in the Philippine Mindanao Bhutan orphanage. And Mrs. not Gavar. I can't think of her name. My social worker over there. So he'll get a receipt for those children there eating, not shenanigans. Okay. Now, here's something, and I know the shit may hit the fan. I don't know. I'm deciding without you. If you tell me no, it's no. I know the Mormons don't understand no, but the Bard does. Atheists understand no. If you say, I'm giving you this amount of money and no clothing, all food. You got it. You got it. This ain't the Mormon church, folks. This is me and you, Americans and people from all over the world, feeding hungry children. Now, here's what I decided, and unless you write me back and say, screw that, I don't want my money there or whatever, I won't put it there, I promise you. I don't see hungry children in the form of religion. The Mormon church does. If you're a Mormon, you get money. You got the bishop's warehouse and storehouse, and boy, you get money if you're a Mormon. So the Catholic kids can stand outside the bishop's storehouse here in Salt Lake City, which I don't live anymore. I'm down here in Kangaroo City by Moscow in Australia. But anyway, I'm not that kind of a person, folks, and I'm sorry. If you are, I respect that. I don't think I'm better than you or less or whatever. But I have to live with me. I'm handling hungry children. And when they stand in line, I don't say, let me see your temple, recommend. Let me see your garments. Let me see your CTR ring, which is choose the right. The little kids in primary used to wear those. I'm not going to do that, folks. Sorry. If you want to, faith, gift your money somewhere else, please do. I took half a bag of rice and I sent it to the bishop of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Butuan, Mindanao in the Philippines. I know this man. He's an honest man. He has a family and they live in a shack. I wouldn't put a dog in it. He has a little girl that I offered to adopt. She's a doll. She's a doll. I think it's Nicole. Little black. Well, they all have little black hair and black eyes. Oh, God, she's cute. She doesn't get enough food. So I said to the bishop, Bishop, this is the Bard. Don't you ever tag this rice to the Mormon church. These are Americans and people from all over the world. I've gotten donations from 3 or 4 different states and one in London and other places now starting throughout the world. Don't you ever mix this with the Mormon church. Don't you ever tie this to anybody. What you are to do with this, it is your own private rice from the United States. And if members of the church are hungry, you feed them. If members of other churches are hungry, your neighbors and across the street that have children, you feed them. This has nothing to do with religion. It has to do between me and you. You're an honest man. I don't give a rat's ass if you're a Mormon bishop. That's never hurt me. When I was there, you always treated me well and fair. And that's why I'm trusting you with my people's money from all over the world to feed that to hungry children. And if you don't, you will never see it again. You'll never see it again. I want receipts, and I want to see who's eating that food that my people have sent. Because they're dedicated, and they don't want that they don't want that damn money going off to Cadillacs, air-conditioned dog sheds, dog houses, Jim Baker, and Monson in an armored car. The Bard don't need no armored car. No one's trying to kill me. I'm not stealing their money. I'm not buying an armored car. And I'm not buying a Cadillac. My little Prius is sitting out there waiting for me. When I get my statement from my Wells Fargo account, I'm going to put it right up here, like Monson does. Like Monson does on the screen. So you people can see that money went into Wells Fargo and it went out to the Philippines. You can see the names of the people. You can see the organizations where that money went. We have 100% transparency. Now let me tell you, because this is where these things get out of hand. I've been directors nonprofit organizations. It's not a 501(c)(3) yet. I'm working on that. It's a gift. You're gifting the money to me, and fraud, I give it to the kids in the Philippines, and if I don't, you can sue my ass. You can sue my ass. If that money goes anywhere else, you can sue me. I'm going to tell you right now, there is a small amount of overhead in moving. The $2 or $3 it cost me to move money to the Philippines, I shouldn't have to pay for and take it out of my kids' money. I'm going to take it out of your money. That $2 or $3 for the transfer from Wells Fargo to the Philippines, I'm going to use out of the money that you sent. Now, when Tai gets the bags of rice, he can't put 2 or 3 bags of 50-pound rice on his back and walk 19 miles. He has to use my motorcycle and my sidecar. He has to have gas. I'm going to use some of your money for gas for Tai to be able to go to the orphanage and go back over to the bishop's house and go see the attorney or whatever. Now, this is an honest man. I worship this guy. I'm having him come to live with us here. In the next year or so, we're going to immigrate him. So I'm going to tell you exactly what the overhead is. And when I get it, I'm going to tell you. When you donate, if you say, this is not to go to any overhead, bam, that's locked down, and it all goes to food. It all goes to food in the Philippines, and I'll put a receipt up here. Now, I'll put a receipt up right now from PayPal. But I don't think some of you want to be known as donating, and I don't want to break that trust and that confidentiality. If you'd like to see your name on a video or you'd like to see your name up there, please tell me, and I'll put it right up there with how much you donated, when you donated. I won't give your address, but I will put your name up there. No problem. This is transparency, folks. This is what I will donate to. I will put my own money into this. I couldn't find an organization before that a guy was sitting in a closet, didn't even have enough damn money to put wallboard up, and he's going to send every damn dime to the Philippines. I'll give him my money. So, I'm waiting, Bard. Send your money to me. Oh, that's me. Oh, shit. Okay. Anyway, I am really excited. I've sent, I will Monday. I've transferred from PayPal to the private account, and Monday or Tuesday, that money will be there. It takes 2 or 3 days for PayPal to get into my bank account. Once it's there, I will go over and draw out the cash, hand it over to my wife, Mercy. She will go ahead, wrap it up, and bam, it sends, and we're charged, I think, $2 or $3, $1.50, something like that, and it'll be in the Philippines, and Tai now knows where that damn money goes. Now, many of the Mormons have come onto this program and said, I hate the Mormons. He's anti-Mormon. Well, you can classify me any way that you want. Any way that you want. Doesn't hurt my feelings. But when it comes to hungry kids, to me, they don't have a religion. My atheist standards are higher than the Mormon Church. You don't need a temple recommend to eat the Bard's money from the people all over the world. You don't need a CTR ring. You don't need a temple recommend. You don't need garments. You don't need anything but a hungry little stomach and a smile when my friends throughout the world have put that rice in your mouth. That's all you need, little people. So, if you're criticizing me, you watch me because I hate Mormons, well, I don't hate Mormons. The doctrine sucks. The doctrine is not true. The doctrine makes bad people. I got out of there, and now I'm a good people. And you are too. When you send that $5 or $10 or $20, and it's starting to even out, the men are starting to be as pretty much equal to the women. The women are still on top. Oh, shit! I can't... God dang! Dementia, folks. Don't call the social services. That's dementia. The women have... There's been more women that have donated than men. Women are not on top. They used to be. But I'm done with that stuff. Oh, God. Don't watch The Bard. You will be depressed. I'm spreading depression throughout the world. So anyway, by next, I hope, Thursday or Friday, your first dollar of Rice went into the mouth of a hungry child in the Philippines. And I think you're a hell of a group of people. I've seen it from all over the world, in Germany, and in Iran, and Iraq, and South America, North America. I finally got Iceland. Someone from Iceland goes, God, I hear he's going to hell. Maybe there's a little heat down there. Let me get a hold of the Bard. I finally am in 185 countries in the entire world. Now, that's going to fluctuate up and down a little bit because some people get conquered. Then they're not a country. Then they are a country. Then some have electricity. Then they don't have electricity. So anyway, I think there's only 190 countries in the whole world, and many of them change. I mean, like Syria right now is in rebellion, and that will become a new government there. So anyway, and Assad has not sent a cent, the bastard. I've got no communist money. North Korea, you can put a damn rocket up, but you can't feed your own kids. You can't feed your own kids. Send the Bard some money. I'll feed the kids. And if you want, I'll find somebody in North Korea to distribute it. I don't know how the hell I would do that, but I would. If you sent me money and said, this goes to North Korean children, I would find somebody to fly to North Korea and feed those kids. So, thank you. We've reached our first $100. It's been transferred to Wells Fargo. It's going to be in the Philippines Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And I know Tai will have it distributed within a day or two. I know the guy. And I know my motorcycle is brand new. And now he can afford gas and oil for it. And he's some of the overhead. And I told Tai, I said, you know, you can have, I forget what it was, a few pounds of rice for you and your wife for doing this work for my people in the United States and all over the world. And he was so grateful for that. He doesn't have a full stomach either. And, you know, it's easier to feed a hungry child than it is a hungry adult. But when this guy's willing to feed hundreds and hundreds of children, for God's sakes, I can't send him home, and he doesn't have enough food for himself. If you complain about it, please let me know. It is your program. It is not my program. I will do what you want me to do. I'll go where you want me to go, dear Lord. I'll do what you want me to do. I'll give you my money. I'll go to the mall. But please don't call. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty. I took my meds. I'll tell you a secret. I'll tell you a secret about bipolar. Some of you see it. Some of you say it's time to go to bed, David. Some of you have written, said, did you take your meds yet? Now listen, you are seeing 75% of the Bard. The meds take away 25% of my intellectual and social abilities. Now, there's not 25% social abilities there, so the social abilities people take the other part. They go, I'm 75% of a man. Now, I'm not talking sexually. That's zero. Anyway, you're only seeing 75% of a bipolar person because I take meds. And it pulls off 25% of my intelligence, about 25% of my vocabulary, and 25% of my darling personality. So anyway, any of you that are doing your project, I know some of you doing a master's degree, and you want to do a study on bipolar people, you can measure us. We're not full men and full women if we're on meds. Thank you. Anyway, thank you. You've done it, folks. Whether you never send another dime, you've done it. You, next Wednesday, which today is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, give me 4 days, and I promise you the first spoonful of rice will go into a small child in the orphanage or into regular children. The bishop is instructed to give it to. And if there's any hungry Mormons, they are not to be put out of the line. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of a person. My standards are higher than the Mormon Church. Religion has nothing to do with what we're doing. What we're doing is helping little people who cannot get a job, cannot help themselves, are sitting in rags, squatted in the water and the rocks of the Philippines, wondering if they're going to have supper. Wondering. Because sometimes they don't. And that bothers me. And those of you who are sending in money, it bothers you. You're good people. And I'm willing to use my time, my talents, my energy. I consecrated everything I had when I was a Mormon. I consecrated all that I have now, or all that I'll get in the future, to the building up of Zion and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm breaking that covenant. Mormons, fall off your chair. I'm not sending any damn money to the mall. I'm not sending any money to the preachers on TV that cost millions of dollars to broadcast, millions of dollars for lighting. Here's my lighting guy right here. Look, light up, light down. Thank you, lighting man. My sound man, he's right there. Yeah, he's glued. He broke, but damn, a little bit of Gorilla Glue, he's doing all right. Closet? So what? Now, I do have one luxury. I have a fan down here between my legs. Now, it's between my legs because it's from DI. No, don't think that way. You people are nasty. You people are really nasty people. It's from DI, and it's broken. It won't go like this anymore. It just does one of these. And it won't lay down. It stands up. So DI sold me a fan that can only air condition my crotch. I love Desert Industries. I love the Mormons. And last night, oh God, never mind. I'm not going to even tell you that. So anyway, I'm not using your money. That's my money. That's my electrical bill. I'm not using any of your money. Yet. If I ever do decide to try to use some of your money for something that is unusual or administrative, I'm going to come on this program and I'm going to say, I'm going to use $50 to do this or to do that. I need this. If the computer goes down, or I need to have someone come out and fix it or whatever, and you are my board of directors, you say, no, that ain't going to fly. Take my money out of that group. I ain't paying for that. All my money goes to hungry children. Those that don't say anything, I assume that you're allowing me to take a piece of that and put it somewhere. So, 100% transparency. 100% of your money is going into rice right now, into the Philippines. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And for the children, just that little smile. Please close your eyes and look at that little face that's a little bit skinny, and hair that's a little bit muscled up, and a dirty face, and has never had shoes. And he and she are smiling tonight. Wednesday, they're going to get your rice that you sent to the Philippines. Thank you very much. Goodbye.